Yo, we're gonna get started early because I don't have that much time. I have a hard limit of 2 hours today, so we're going to make the most of it. Hello, Simon. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I need to ratio hot air without really being able to use rate calculator and without really being able to use YAFC because YAFC is currently crashing when I try to use it, so I haven't figured that out. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to disable picker dollies actually. Okay. Even pick your dollies goes away. What else were we gonna try? Prismatic belts. Whatever. Why do I have rapid belts installed? Who knows? Why do I have remote configuration? Oh, actually, let's, oh, no, never mind. That one's not, let's just not mess with anything for today. Okay. I think that should be good. I forgot to update Death Spiral again. Apologies if you end up hearing my dryer in the background. It's currently drying clothes. That's why I decided to stream, because I can't finish packing for my trip until that's done. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm going on a trip tomorrow, so there's not going to be any streams for a week. I know, it's going to be so long without a stream. It's crazy. Okay, so we were working on our hot air, but I realized a few things. One, we need to generate hot molten salt, which means that this might need to go down next to our salt plants down here so we can steal some. Or just make another salt plant and just grab coal. That might be the easiest thing to do. The second is we have a ratio of warm stone bricks to warmer stone bricks that we need to take care of. So I was thinking that this setup was actually not going to be that bad because all I needed to do was throw a top-up valve here, and then I only really needed 2 of these. But this is only considering the output of... This doesn't even need a belt. But this was only considering the output of the gas. But we have 2 intermediate products that we need to take care of. Well, we need to take care of the coke, but that's sort of easy. But we need to take care of the stone brick, warm stone brick, warmer stone brick cycle. And the warmer stone bricks will go into hot air. So this will give us regular stone bricks back. We get 10 to 10, so we don't lose any bricks in the process. But these have a certain ratio, so this is 0.62, so that we're making 2.5 per second. We need stuff on trips to foreign countries anyway. I need stuff that's outside of the dryer. My dryer is actively drying the clothes I need to pack, so I can't pack. But I do have a hard limit of 2 hours today because I need to finish packing, and then I have a game night with my brother. Yeah, that's the thing. It's only going to take me like an hour to pack because I'm really good at it at this point. But I have a game night with my brother. We have a weekly playing Tales of Berseria with my brother, and so that's gonna start, and so I need to finish packing before that. Okay, let us see. Right, so we have 2.5 warm stone bricks per second, and then this is going to consume 3. Okay. But that's only if we add 60 per second. So if we add this... Oh, right. So we need to... I think we need to build all of these recipes because we currently don't have a way to select certain temperatures for ghosts. And the simplex solver kind of falls apart right now when I try to do this. I don't know what to ratio here. It also doesn't help that my button coloring is broken right now, so I don't know which ones I can actually unconstrain. Let's just unconstrain everything and see what happens. Okay. So we have a perfect intermediate of this, but we have a perfect ratio of salt. Okay, so we can unconstrain the salt, or we can constrain the salt. No, we can't. Oh, because it's a... Yeah, okay. They're two different things. Dingo. Need 25 per second of hot molten salt, and 25 per second of molten salt. Can you explain constraining? Yeah, so basically the simplex solver works by adding constraints and variables, and then use a objective function, and then solving those with linear programming. But a constraint basically means, let's go to a better example here. So if I select the wood here, you'll see that it's just currently producing all zeros. This is a UI problem that I'm gonna need to fix. I'm gonna need to have some sort of pop-up that says you need to choose which thing that can be unconstrained. For example, in this one, it's actually pollution, because there's no solution to the equation that allows us to constrain the pollution and meet all the other constraints. So if I unconstrain pollution by clicking on it, what that does is now we can have a input of pollution, which doesn't make sense because I need to fix this. I need to just make pollution disabled because this game doesn't even have pollution enabled right now. But in fact, I'm gonna do that right now because it's annoying me. Sheet, pollution. Let's just comment that out for now. Easy peasy. Okay, so now pollution won't even be in this selection anymore. But yeah, you'll see that currently our product is trees. Okay, there we go. So now it's broken. So we need to decide what we want to unconstrain in order for this to have a solution. And in this case, what we're actually producing is logs here. So we want to unconstrain the logs. And what that will do is it'll allow us to have a surplus of log output for use in the equation. So now we have 3.1 extra logs per second, and that allows the linear equations to be solvable and allows us to get all of the intermediate rates that we need. That's basically it. Just choose things to have excess input or output. All these red things are constrained, so if I were to unconstrain wood, then it would also have an output of wood, but that would also decrease our output of logs because now it's consuming as many logs as possible here, and it's pretending that we have an output belt of wood right here. So you need to unconstrain the final output, pretty much, yeah. Some things it can just work out by itself, like this one knows that cDNA is an output because it's not consumed anywhere. You only need to unconstrain stuff if it's also consumed. So if I were to get rid of this wood here, oops. If I were to get rid of this wood here, then it would just know because this doesn't have any consumption. But since I'm consuming the output, I need to unconstrain it so that it knows how to solve the equation. Oh, and the trees, actually. Get out of here. Does that make sense? Did I explain that well enough? There's the same constraining logic in Factory Planner, but I didn't really get it either. Yeah, my wish is that I can somehow make this UI intuitive enough that I don't need to use words like constrain and unconstrain. Ideally, the user would not even need to know how the simplex solver works. It would just need to say, hey, you need to choose your final output because the mod doesn't know which thing you actually want to output. So it was just like choose output or something and then click on logs and then it would say that. I don't know, something like that. Those are the things that I need to do before this can be usable for the public. Also, I need to fix the temperatures problem. Okay, so we can't unconstrain hot air. This is the problem with this setup is that we need to unconstrain one of these. But we can't really do that because we don't have a surplus of any of them, really. So let's get rid of the Coke machines. Let's just select these. And then we will unconstrain the coke oven gas 250. Oh, that didn't work. What do you unconstrain in a loop? That's what I'm dealing with right now, and I don't know. So yeah, we're just gonna go with the unconstrain everything so that I can just look at the rates like legacy rate calculator. There we go. This gives me the same numbers as current rate calculator would do. Hot air is so difficult because the 250 is the one thing that you must keep constrained. But this has a temperature range, so you can't actually constrain it right now. Okay, right. So this is why I'm doing it this way. So we're producing 0.5. We're producing and consuming warm stone bricks. We have a surplus of 0.5 per second. Or we need an extra 0.5 per second. Yeah, this is hard. If it was just the gas loop, I figured that out manually. So let's not even look at Red Calculator right now. Let's just try to do it ourselves. So this creates, where we're going to use it for individual things. This creates 2.5 warmstone bricks and 50 coke oven gas. This is going to consume all 50 coke oven gas and output 47.5 500 degree coke oven gas. My laundry just finished. I don't need to be streaming anymore. Frick, man. Oh well, too late. I'm already committed. Okay, so don't unconstrain any of the bricks. Items don't flow or change temperature suddenly. True. Okay, so I just need to unconstrain coke oven gas 500 and coke oven gas 100. Wait, so we have a surplus of 250 degree coke oven gas? That doesn't make sense. Because we're producing 70 and consuming 50. $25.25. There's no way, because we produce unconstrained 100 degree coke oven gas. You already have a build that makes the 100 degree coke oven gas. Wait, did that have products? It does, sort of. Right, the problem with this, okay, I need to use your calculator because mine doesn't handle any rates yet. There we go. Okay, so if we have 100 degree... Oh, we don't even need these anymore then. Okay. You know, that actually works out. Okay, so the problem with this UI, or the problem with this workflow is I didn't really consider which one I needed to do. But you're right that I am producing 100 degree coke oven gas down here. Oh no, this is 250. I'm producing 250 down here. Oh, but 100 is here. Right, okay. So you're saying don't get rid of this setup. Take the output, the excess from this guy, instead of throwing it overboard like I currently am, we just use that in the new setup. So we're making 50 per second of that, and we only need 2.5 per second here. I'll get rid of it or move it and scale it down by 90%. I feel like my brain just isn't working anymore. So I have this excess here that I can use, so let's go down there. I don't have any more tanks. That's weird. Why is it so tall? Okay. So now this is 100 degree coke oven gas. So we can have an input of that, and if we have an input of that, then everything else can be ratioed properly. We're only going to produce 35.6 per second. How much does this produce? 75. How much does that produce? 18. Okay, yeah. I mean, we could just keep both of these. Then we just have... This has its own stone brick loop. Hey, Maximal. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, so that'll be the output of hot air. So we can have it be like this in terms of the bus. And then we need the inputs down here. I'm going to build all this, and then I'm going to get told that I'm heckin' stupid and I did something wrong again. I just know it. Oh gosh, this needs 10 per second. Oh, but we're only... Yeah, we only need 2.38 per second. We're good. There we go. Okay, so that'll... Oh, that's just pressurized air. We don't need anything else. Okay. That has an output of hot air. This has output of the 250 degree. I'm especially a masochist because I'm really bad at this, so I'm constantly making a fool of myself on stream. But I also find that streaming makes me better because the people help me, as well as it forces me to think things through a little more. So if we just build it like this, we can just siphon some 100 degree out of the other build, and then we're good. We don't need to get rid of the other build. We just keep it. Yeah, that should work. Alternatively, we could just make another one of these. Or just make like one of these. Oh, whoops. That is annoying that if you move the entities, then it heckin' breaks. Oh, but that's making 250. We don't need that. Yeah, that's useless. Right, the thing that we're interested in is an excess of 100 degree. And we're using pretty much all of these, actually. So, yeah, that's fine. I don't really get what's the point of making 100C additionally from the tier 1 setup if you're still consuming 250C to get it in tier 2. The point is that this is this has a closed loop of 250C. And then, or not a closed loop, but you're supplanting 100 degree to get enough for this to be a closed loop, basically. So your only input is 100 degree. I actually think that makes it easy to understand. Alternatively, I could have like a mini buffer here. Do I have mini buffers installed? No, of course not. The smallest tank I've got is 10K. That's annoying. But if we had a mini buffer, then we could hook a Coke machine up to this. And when the 100 degree gets too low, we add some more 250 degree. If we didn't want to rely on the other setup. But I think relying on the other setup is fine, because this coal is practically unlimited right now anyway. Not super worried about this. So may as well just keep using this, I guess. I know, we're gonna do this for now. And then when we build the... Did we get hot air stage 3? Oh, that's chemical science, never mind. But when we build the new base, we'll probably just make hot air stage 2 by itself. But just in the interest of fixing this quickly, we're gonna do this setup, because it makes sense. Simon was right. Again. You can also overflow the 250 into the... Oh, you can, actually. Or no, you can't, because that needs to be less than 100 degree. If you overflow the 250 into the 100, then you can't convert it to 500 anymore. So you have to make 250. Yeah, I would need to overflow from here into here. No, we're gonna do it because I like that idea. So we're gonna have one machine here. Now we need more than one machine though. There's only 2.5 per second, and this is currently going to make... Yeah, we would need at least one more machine here. If we do this, then we direct insert into there. Or no, not direct insert. We do this. Then we have a top-up valve here. Or we just have a valve, actually. I don't think you can circuit control these yet, though, because I didn't add that feature. No. Okay, so we need an actual pump for this. Or we can just circuit control this guy. Yeah, we can do that. But then we need a way to detect the level of the 100 degree and conditionally enable this whenever we need it. Oh, does this add more features that I don't want? Adds a tiny storage tank. Whatever. If only I could, read the level in a pipe. That would make this a lot easier. Here's a solution to come up with. Your streaming time is not so friendly for European viewers. Yeah, sorry. Mornings do not work for me, so I have to do it in the afternoon. I'm sorry. Can end up rate limited even if your 100C isn't that high by the 250C being kept max by the Coke. Well, if I want to do that, then I can just add a top-up valve here, and that solves the whole problem, like I was originally planning on. Because I will have a deficit of this stuff. And the problem is if this stuff goes in here, and then this fills up. So if this backs up, what will happen? We'll stop making warmstone bricks. If we stop making warmstone bricks, we'll stop making warmer stone bricks, which will mean that our stuff gets clogged in here. So the 500 degree will fill up first, then the 100 degree, and then the 250. Use a check valve to reform a pipe, can you? Oh, you can. It's just a storage tank. Okay, nice. There's no read the entire pipeline option? Yeah. We should blame somebody for that. Whoever wrote this dumb fluid system, you can blame that person. Okay, we're just gonna try this. We're gonna set this to 10%. So it will be very conservative. Well, there's no reason for those type of undergrounds. And there's not a reason for that to have 2 undergrounds either. There we go. Okay, so now let's worry about the salt. So the salt will be interesting because we either need to create it with coal or oil. What can we even burn in an oil burner, actually? Or a gas power plant, my bad. Oil power plant, this one. Can burn kerosene. Okay, that's the only thing we can burn. We're making it here. And we're just dumping it into steam, which is immediately getting dumped overboard. But I don't think we have enough. How much does this consume again? It consumes 25. So we need 25 per second. And if we grab one of these. This can create 25 per second. Okay, so we would need 10 megawatts of kerosene, which is a lot. How much is that, actually? 1.5 megajoules. Okay, so we would need like 7 per second. Oh, we got that. Yeah, we got 20 per second. Okay, let's do that, because dumping this all on the Steam is kind of stupid. You can use coal power plant? I know. Yeah, each one of these is 1.5 megajoules, so in order to get 10 megawatts, we would need to get like 7 of these per second. 7.5, 9, yeah, 10.5. So yeah, I think that'll work fine, because we're already just dumping this overboard. May as well put it to use. Wish I could do that math. I am quite good at mental maths, don't you know? I can add numbers real well until there's more than one of them, and then I get confused. Okay, so this guy's available here. Single, ready to mingle. So we can bring our kerosene up here. Because I'm pretty sure that our kerosene is not going anywhere. It's just going directly. Yep, it's all going into steam. Just all steam, all day. And we ended up having too much steam. Oh gosh, we need more canisters. Oh wow. Pi Streamlined made this look brown and dirty. Interesting. Really seems like Pi Streamlined is just whatever the author thinks they want for Pi, they just shove in there. Most of which I agree with, actually. But I just love the crafting menu organization. It's so much better than the base mod. Well, not the base mod. It's so much better than regular Pi. What does Pi Streamline change again? It's called Streamline now. I used the wrong word just now. But it changes the crafting menu so that it's sorted by item type instead of by mod. So you have, better in recipe book. You have production, logistics, intermediate products, materials, fluids, life, combat, and abstract. So it just makes this a lot easier to browse. Like, all the stuff for simple circuits is up here. And then all the stuff for Pi Science 1 is like right here for the most part. It organizes things pretty well. Like all the materials are on their own rows. What did you notice it changed last time? It changed the color of limestone tiles. That's what I'm noticing right now. The limestone tiles used to be a lot more white, but now it's a lot darker, which I don't actually dislike it. I think it's good. I thought I fixed this moss chest. Oh, it's over there. Why is it over there? Why do I have 2 stacks of algs in my inventory? Why are these not producing anything? Where's all my native flora? It all spoiled. Okay, why is it not being turned into steam? Oh, there's biomass. Okay. No, that's just because there's some at the very end that isn't spoiling for some reason. Okay, this seems kind of strange. Why is there so much flora spolinin mixed in with native flora when this should have a smooth gradient from back to front of when it was made? That's weird. Does it spoil at random times? You still have 6 minutes left. Oh, it could be because of the lanes, actually. You're right. But no, I only have 1 lane of it, though. No, I do have 2 lanes. This other one is completely spoiled. Oh, that's it. Yeah, this is all native flora. How far back did it go? Where's my native flora? Oh gosh, it's all the way back here. Yeah, and then there's gaps. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Didn't even think about that. I've just been doing my regular old side loading trick like usual. I didn't even consider. Oh well. I choose to solve that problem later. Well, we can solve it right now by... Or we can make it better by consuming spoiled stuff over here. Where's our regular boiler setup? Right here. Well, no, that's not going to make a difference, though. Or I guess it will, because this will be pulling from both belts. Yeah, let's do that. More steam! I got completely distracted from the hot air. Because I came down here to grab stuff, and then I noticed the problem. Where the heck is my steam? Yeah, I'm just out of stuff. That's why I came down here originally, was to grab more stuff. 90% of what I do in Pi, you're not wrong. And those power poles were just in the way of everything. Yeah. Alright, now I need to go get more stuff. The Factorio train of thought always looks like the worst recursion graph you can imagine. Okay, so I'm out of undergrounds. So I just need to grab some from here. Okay, that should be good. For now. Oh, except we're gonna need more because we're gonna throw kerosene on the bus, so let's craft some more. Cool, cool. What the? Why are you? Did you filled up again? Frick. There we go. That should help a bit. Still not a permanent solution, but it'll do. Okay. We came down here because we were cleaning out our inventory. So let's finish doing that. Moss goes in here. Seaweed goes up here. Okay, it's the seaweed belt that I fixed. Now it's here. Biocrud goes in the fish farm, which is upstairs. Oh, geez, this is actually like really struggling on biocrud now. Go figure. Am I actually stupid? I think I'm actually stupid. Chat, you lied to me. There's only one side. Chat misled me. Chat is not smart. I knew what I was doing. I just forgot. This intentionally has biomass on it. But the root of the problem is actually correct. The root of the problem is that we're feeding this... No, we're only feeding that from... No, the root of the problem is further back. It's right here. This is the root of the problem. We're feeding it from both sides of the belt, so whenever this has a hole in it, it's throwing biomass out of the belt. So we need to not do that. We basically just need to completely wreck this so it's only using one side of the belt. Ever. And then we'll fix the rest later. Cool. Which means we need to go all the way back and add a fourth miner onto that side so it actually fully saturates itself. Blaming chat for issues you created? Of course. What else is chat for other than to be blamed for all of my mistakes? Gosh, you can barely even see these. Bad. There we go. Okay, so now that should have a full half belt, right? 6 per second. No, actually. Need even one more. Okay, that should do it. That you literally can't even see these. Like, they're completely invisible. $7.2. Oh, still not enough. We're just gonna do this. There. Now it's fixed. There we go. Out of my way, tree. Okay, now that we're done with that rabbit hole, let's go back to the hot air. So We wanted more pipes. We got more pipes. We need to bring the kerosene up there. I think that's better than bringing the hot air, the coke oven gas down. We'll shove this over here. Above the cDNA, or maybe even below it right here, actually. That's like the perfect place for it. Yeah, there's this nice big old gap here. Let's just do it here. Bang. Okay. Then we need our molten salt loop. The back. Might still be a mistake to be using kerosene here, but it's funny, so we're gonna do it. All right, cool. Now we just need to build everything and hook it up. So we need one oil power plant, one heat exchanger. We need 9 regenerative heat exchangers. Forgot one underground belt. Oh, it's just a starter base, okay? Just a starter base. Okay, so we need 9 regenerative heat exchangers. We need one regular one, right? Big boy? Oil power plant. Yeah, one of these, yeah. One heat exchanger. We don't have one. Okay. Now we need regenerative heat exchangers, which is somewhere else. These ones. I don't have boilers automated, I don't think. Nope. I do have one in there. Only my starter paper. Okay, so we have 6, 7, 8. We need one more. Needs more simple circuits as well. Boilers are definitely on the list of things to automate once I make the new mall. Okay, there we go. Now we got all those. We got that. Now we need an oil power plant and a high pressure furnace. Got one of those. Oil power plant. Heck. Cool. I love it. Logistic bots can't come soon enough. Oil power plant. I do have steam engines. Okay. We need 220 small. We need 200 small parts and 100 circuit boards and duralumin. Duralumin is out, or simple circuit boards are gone, so we need to go grab more. And this is probably going to consume. Is this going to consume anything else? No, we should be good. Boo 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 doo do do do. Okay, now I just need more small parts and everything else. I need more air core inductors? Is that it? I guess I just need copper plates. Need way more copper. Alright, no. Now I need more iron plates. Okay, what's going on here? Gas refinery. Tar processing unit. Stone. Or wait, no, it didn't say we needed more stone. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. Because, like, I don't have a way to tell what it is that I'm missing. Okay, I need more steam engines. That's what it is. There we go. Way better. Oh, we just used like 2 rows of resources to make that. That's insane. Where's the nearest boiler? Up here. Have at you. Get out of here. You just consume. Thank you. Okay, did I miss... Did anything else get consumed? No. Should be good. So we still have 9... Where is it? 9 of these. Yep. We got 1 regular heat exchanger. Yep. And then we got a high pressure furnace and 1 of these. Okay. Now we need to replenish our pipes because we ran out. Can I make a valve? Yes. Okay. Do I have crafting materials? Yes. Okay. Let's go. Hey, I created the first oil power plant in 121 hours and 34 minutes. Oh my gosh, you're so slow. I'll just let them do that. Oh, I guess this is where we're building it. Great. It is this one. Oh, I forgot the pressure pump. Does this not even need... Oh, it's just passive. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually does make sense. All right, so the point of this is to try to get rid of this setup. So we're gonna not plug this in. We are going to instead pull the coal up here. And output all of the coke back. How much do you produce? 2 per second. Need 5 per second. 12, 24, 36, 48. Okay. Okay, so that should start producing it. And then this will start. We forgot. We totally forgot the bricks. Wow. Completely, totally forgot the bricks. Entirely. Blah. That means this is gonna move. There we go. Okay, now we just need a bunch of stone bricks. I'm just gonna steal them. No, I should grab some more. Oh, but also we can't even start it because... Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we do need to fix this immediately. So, overflow valve. I said overflow valve. Into a exhaust pipe. Okay, so now this is working again, so we should get science again. Because our science production does depend on hot air. Okay, so this is now being primed. Oh, you're kidding. That doesn't reach. Okay. I'm gonna die. There you go. Okay, so that should have a small input of these. Depending on how often this gets full. Okay, so now we need to go grab stone bricks. And finish hooking up the kerosene. Where's the kerosene? Did I pass it already? No, it's right there. We do probably want, like, at least one of these with an overflow valve, because if we back up on this, then our stone stops, and stone is used for moss, so, like, we need the ability to vent that. But it will ordinarily go over here. Was that the right? Yes, it was. Okay. So now that should be going up here. And we should have kerosene. It's only my starter first half of my life. True. Okay, we are halfway done with today's stream. Like I said, I have a hard limit of... Oh, I already had a bunch of stone bricks. Dingo. I have a hard limit of 2 hours, and we're about an hour in, so... Let's get this hot air setup working before... Man, that might not happen. Okay, what is science bottlenecked on right now? Everything. You're bottlenecked on logistics science. Or you're bottlenecked on basic substrate? No, Pi Science 1. Why are you bottlenecked on Pi Science 1? Oh, right. Hot air. Alright, so this takes 4 rubber stoppers. This takes 2 to 3. Okay, so it gives you an extra glassware. But right now, what's more important is the science itself. Because we are pathetically short on science packs. Also, the automation science stopped? What? It's like the easiest one. Is it because of Flora? No. Because of stone bricks. We're out of pitch. Where's all that pitch going? Pitch is going into coke. And we are backed up on coke. So wait, that should not be consuming pitch anymore then. You're low on tar. Okay, so we're low on stone bricks because we're low on tar. That's incredible. Can I make this not dependent on pitch? Oh, I could use... Oh, wait, no, that's dumb. Could use rich clay instead. 30 sand, 35 rich clay to 20 stone bricks. Clay is ash, by the way? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm looking at this very seriously all of a sudden. Don't rely on pitch. We're low on substrate. Oh, because we ran out of hot air for a little bit. Yeah. Would have been way faster to just expand and bring another line of coal up here. Oh, but the whole point is we're trying to reduce the amount of coke that we're producing. We have a very large surplus of coke, so much so that we're not consuming it quickly enough. Because we have been consuming it over here. Wait. Then why are you backed up? Oh, this one's going directly into the aluminium. I see. Hmm. So we need to add a splitter up here somewhere. Or just a splitter at any point. Yeah, this is never splittered. This is never balanced. Let's go fix that. There we go. Tar production as in the tar chain over here. The tar processing. Because consuming pitch here gives you a bunch of stuff, including hydrogen, which I think we're just dumping that, right? Yeah, no, yes. Yeah, this is backed up on coke, so... But yeah, we are using all of this. You're having trouble with too much coke? Remember this recipe with coal gas and tar from coke? Yeah, I was just about to look into that, actually. I was about to look into coke and see what we could use it in. And we do have a tar deficit. But it feels like that's kind of stupid to do that. I don't know. It feels wrong. You know what I think pie is missing? Because there's a lot of recipes where I'm like, you can make it more efficiently if you add more ingredients, or you could just make more water. And I'm like, water is literally free, so why would I ever do anything else? So I think what pie is missing is water being an actual resource that you need to consider. Because especially with Fluids 2.0, you can just chuck it all into a pipe and it's fine. Maybe before Fluids 2.0, the water throughput would get too high or something. I don't know, but I digress. Also, we're still horrendously short on sap up here. So we're not making any Rock Mark 2s because, yeah, we don't have any sap. That's just a matter of building more sap, though. And we did research Sap Mark 2. Which lets us get more sap per sap. Probably easy enough by removing regular pumps and only having water wells. Am I thinking, like, I don't think making water finite's the way to go, although that could work. Like, you could have a disjoint set of all the tiles for each lake. And then make the lake like drain over time. That could work maybe with good performance, but the problem with that, or what I want to do is I want to make this salt water. So you would have to desalinate the salt water into pure water before you could use it in any industrial processes. So you could have a lot of, you still have unlimited water, but you have to process it first. And the processing would take a lot of stuff. No, it's not even saline water, it's salt water. Saline water is different. Saline water is clean. Salt water is gross and disgusting. Plus, saline water is not even that difficult to make. Except we're horrendously short on it because we're out of stone. How are we out of stone? What happened? Oh, is it because of the kerosene? Oh, we unhooked the water. Oopsies. This is what happens when you go fast. There we go. Backed up on kerosene and ran out of stone. Make the saltwater processing of 5 unavoidable back products or byproducts. But yeah, I've been meaning to look into that. There's also a mod I want to make where you can have like flare stacks and exhaust pipes and stuff, but they produce a certain kind of like corrosion pollution that damages entities in the area or makes them less productive. So if you want to have like voiding at scale, you'd have to like create a dedicated area for that. Okay, well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to test this setup in today's stream because the rest of the research is going to take longer than the rest of the stream has. So we're going to have to see that next time. But in the meantime, we can do some other stuff. These are expansion-worthy additions? Yes, I agree, actually. The whole idea with Space Age is that you could more or less attach it to an existing game, but that ended up getting thrown out anyway, so I wish we had done more to change the base game in Space Age. Uh-oh. What happened? Say it ain't so. Build up on guts? Oh, wait, this is broken. Oh. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Our voiding method didn't work. Go figure. Now the caravans are heckin' starving. More things that are broken. Classic Ryguard. Shut up. Hey, at least my code is better than my Pyanodons base. Yes, my code is much better than my Pyanodons base. Trust me. I actually write pretty good code. If I do say so myself. Actually, this is supposed to be tileable. That's why. Jeez! We just get so many augs. To be fair, a lot of the fluid systems problems were brought about from the lack of time. Don't rewrite core systems 3 months before you release the game. That's my advice to you. Gosh, we're so short on lard. And this got backed up again. Okay, so this freaking doesn't work. Cool. This whole setup needs to be redesigned. Redesign this trash. Look at all this stuff we just threw out. Pretty funny. These aren't even having a chance to give us lard anymore. Well, lard's coming from the cotton guts, actually. Not even coming from the augs. Or is it? Yeah, it is. But it's not coming from rocks. No. Oh gosh, this is completely backed up too. That's funny. But yes, a lot of the fluid systems issues could have been fixed if I had just had like a few more months to work on it before the release. But I did not. So it has problems. Gosh, we're just so short. Okay, we just need more composting plants, I guess. And we need to fix the actual underlying issue with this system. Like, there's got to be a better way, because we can compost all this stuff, or we can turn it all into random byproducts. Except for the brains, which is the one that I happen to select. But we can, like, turn skin into lead, for example. But yeah, this trash is dumb, because, like, I didn't leave room for anything. And I put the workers' food up here. And garbage. Like, yeah, it's just bad. This is a bad design. Who designed this? This guy. AMA with Sky Pog. I am being hoisted by my own petard. I freaking suck at designing things, so this is not very good. We're completely backed up on meat. Let's just take out all the meat. Get out of here. Go away. What do you need? You need lard. Like Flow System 2.0 may not be perfect, but I appreciate no more floating point imperfection, no more uncertainty and throughput. Yeah, I still think it's better than the 1.1 system. 1.1 system was awful, but it's still kind of sad that I got rid of all the puzzles. But I do have some ideas to make it a little more interesting, especially for Nolius and other mods. Guts chlorine and the other end products is nice. Oh, that is true, actually. Guts to chlorine could be useful, because down here, we're actually... This is one of my smarter setups. We're doing saltwater electrolysis just for the... Oh, it's for the hydrogen. We're just using the hydrogen. What are we even using this for? Excuse me? No, we're just using the sodium hydroxide. Okay, no, never mind. This was necessary. I'm a dingo. This is the only way to make it that we have right now. We do get another one later with slaked lime in Pi Science 2. Okay, but where are we actually using chlorine? Used in iron oxide and water. And hydrogen chloride. Okay, so we don't really have uses for it right now. Zinc chloride. That's used in activated carbon, which is used in make filtration media and syngas and refined syngas. Filtration media is used in wastewater filtration, which creates methanol. Methanol is used in nothing. Cool. So we don't have a use for it yet. ISE has been good so far. Yeah, I've been helping. I made a lot of recipe book updates recently, specifically for PySE, because recipe book had some pretty major problems with the multiplayer server that they were playtesting it on. It was consuming 4 gigabytes of RAM because of all the GUI elements. So I had to rewrite the whole search pane to create fewer GUI elements. And then I also made it so you can't show hidden by default anymore because that was increasing the number of results in PySE from 8,000 to 40,000. And it was absolutely destroying performance. So I just got rid of the feature by default. For now, you can still re-enable it in the startup settings, but I might just remove it altogether at some point. Especially since Factoriopedia doesn't show hidden things at all. So there's a precedent for making it work in Factoriopedia. Makes it also work in Recipe Book. Just avoiding blood, right? Actually, not really. What are you backed up on now? Guts. Get out of here. Yeah, okay, this redesign just... as soon as we fix... science? Oh yeah, we still need to fix the stone bricks. So we are going to keep one stone brick machine on pitch because it'll be a void for excess pitch, which is good. But the rest of it is going to be created from ash. And of course we moved our ash belt, so we can't do it here anymore. That's sad. Oh, it's not made in here anymore. Oh, it's made in a regular assembler, okay. But we also need sand, which we can get from stone or water. We can just print it from water. That's pretty nice. Does this count as a death spiral? No, I'm talking about a power death spiral. Okay. Oh gosh, this is so... Okay, how much do we actually need? For this guy, we need 4 per second. Okay. This is actually gonna take quite a lot of clay. This takes 17 clay per second. Holy frick. Okay, so it's 17. That's about 17. We need like 11. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, but we don't have that much ash, though. Well, we are burning a little bit of ash, but we're also using quite a bit of it for wood. And we were actually having problems earlier with not enough ash. Right now we're burning a lot of ash, actually, because wood is not going, and wood is not going because science stopped. And science stopped because of the stone brick. We could just make it out of stone. So that's 2 stone to 1 brick. Or we can use a crap ton of ash to do it. Or we use more pitch to do it. But we don't have much excess pitch anymore. And that's the problem. Need tin phytoplankton. But phytoplankton... We can make phytoplankton? Why didn't I even think about that? We've been having so many problems with jerky and this guy. And I didn't even consider that there could have been an alternative way to make it. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me, man. Wow. I'm pretty silly sometimes. Okay, but back to stone bricks, because that's what we're working on. Also, I have 40 minutes left before I have to be done. You've been doing the jerky recipe only? Yes, but I've also had, like... Actually, I have a ton of jerky right now. Look at this garbage. But yeah, I was having legitimate problems keeping up jerky production enough for the other things. Okay, let's just ratio this out. I don't know if we're gonna build this though, because it's gonna take a butt ton of ash. Yeah, it's gonna take maybe like a whole belt of ash. Actually, it might be fine. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. That should be good, right? 10.5. I was right. Saving jerky for pie too. Okay, so we do need 11 of those. And that's gonna take some of those. Okay, then we need 43. Oh gosh. That's 3 belts of ash. That is, we don't have that much ash. We can't do that. Oh wait, but that's for 10 per second. Let's ratio this with the science packs in mind. Oh, but I got rid of the, I understand why Simon and I have gone to this system of requiring the entities to keep existing. But it's also freaking annoying. Because if you remove them or move them somewhere, then you just can't get the ratios anymore. Okay, so we actually are gonna need 16. Okay, that's a lot better. Oh, we need soil anyway. Oh, that's for the science, right? But I do kind of like the idea of making all of the sand from water, so let's do that. Sand from sand. And it also produces muddy sludge. Okay, we only need 2 of those. That's fine. And then soil is made in these. I'm pretty sure that's 1-to-1-ish. No. It was not, in fact, 1-to-1. It is far from 1-to-1. It is egregiously far from 1-to-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're planning on having that be toggleable? I'm planning on having you be able to unconstrain a building row so that you only need one of each. So what you'll do is you'll select like one of these, and then you'll click the button here to unconstrain this, and then it'll just tell you how much you need. The reason why it's now tied specifically to entities is for a few reasons, actually. One, I'm planning on making it so that if you hover an entity in the GUI, it'll actually like highlight them in the world, and vice versa. So it needs to be tied to entities. And two, so that there can be a refresh button so that if you change some stuff, like add modules or whatever, you can just click refresh and it'll recalculate everything. So it will need to be tied to real entities, but you'll be able to unconstrain a building row so that it'll just tell you how much you need. The GUI? For GUI? Yes. You got a problem? Got a problem, bud? Mr., Mrs., I don't know what you are. Buddy? Buddy is gender neutral, right? Friend? Not your friend, pal. Alright, buddy. I'm pretty sure we're making muddy sludge elsewhere. In many places, actually. And I'm pretty sure we're just dumping it every time. That dumps it. That dumps it. That uses it for moss. That dumps it. That also dumps it. This uses it for moss. Okay. Which song is this again? This is Odographic Arts 188. So we're just gonna do the traditional thing and just dump this all overboard with a sinkhole. Natto Rust? Okay. Yeah, sorry, it literally doesn't tell me what song it is. Like, this is all I know. It's Kenji Sekiguchi and Natto, Odographic Arts 188, at 93 minutes and 23 seconds. I like how this space has become like my de facto designing space, or it's either this one or this one. But this one I've been using a little more recently. Is that Spotify? No, this is Navidrome. This is streaming off of my server, baby. In fact, I'm 99% certain that you could access it if you could figure out which port it is. Okay. Gonna try 100,000 ports. Yeah, I really need to figure out my reverse proxy situation so we don't have to memorize port numbers anymore. Well, I do, because I keep forgetting, like, which one is this thing, which one is image, which one is Navidrome. Like, I keep forgetting the port numbers, and relying on my browser's autocomplete, it sucks. Also, I want to make it so that I can use service.rideguard.me locally and through Tailscale, and it'll resolve to either the local IP or the Tailscale IP, depending on where I am. I think that would be really neat. Because then I could have the same URL every time, and if I'm on my local network, it will just bypass Tailscale. Because Tailscale takes a lot of CPU on the server. Right, so each of these takes 7.5 per second. That's a ton. Okay, well, we can't do it like this. We have to do it like this. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. That's still not enough. This is where loaders would be pretty neat, actually. There we go. Can I power these? Yes, I can. Actually, nice. Okay, and then these output 2.5 sand per second each. So we can just do this. Oh, that's 2.5. Oh, I need 3 outserters. Okay, so these can't go here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this electric pole layout's gonna suck. Okay, that's actually good. Soil extractor comes with loaders? Yes, it does. But these don't, so we need inserters. Just be glad we don't have the mechanical inserter throughput issues anymore. $15 per second. 12, 24, 36. Wow. One of the outserters isn't powered? You're right. Thank you. Yeah, mechanical inserters are good. They're good until you need to put 15 per second of ash into an ash separation unit, and then they have this situation. When do I get fast inserters? Oh, I can actually research them. How do I make them? Vitraloy. I don't have that yet. Or niobium. Okay. A4 and S6, 108, 20, 132, 144, 156. We only need that many. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84. Wow. Wait, I'm an idiot. Hold on, go back. 5.6 rich clay and 4.8 per second of sand. Easy. That's way better. We're not running this at full speed. 0.32 buildings. What's the output rate of stone bricks? Why doesn't it tell me? Wait, what is using stone bricks? Oh, the automation. Yeah, 3.2 per second. Okay. Yeah, burner inserters have never been fun, in my opinion. They're just annoying. But mechanical inserters are nice. I much prefer the throw burners into the assemblers and the inserters just work, rather than having the burner inserters and electric assemblers. 3, 4. Wait, how much does this output? 1.6. It's the bare necessities, the very bare necessities, the bare necessities of life. Wow, that even like fits perfectly, pretty much. Look at that. Oh gosh, yeah. Is our science completely bottlenecked on stone bricks now? No, we're still bottlenecked on... What's going on here? No basic substrate. Oh crap, is there more hot air dependence that I forgot to remove? Cellulose? You don't have any saline... Oh, it's the stone. You're backed up on heavy oil. Oh, 10, 20. This consumes... it's not telling me how much it consumes, actually. 9.87. Yeah, we don't have enough burners. I messed up. Oh gosh, that's quite fast, actually. Where's that going? Oh, that just goes into the burners. We can't use them yet. But we will use them with refined natural gas pretty soon, actually. There we go. Okay, now we should have a full belt of stone again, right? Oh, we only needed 2 of those. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're good. How much does this actually need? We only need... Huh? We only need 4. Alright, we only need... 1. We only need 2. Crazy. Isn't heavy oil better to boil than kerosene since it's 100 to 40? Well, the kerosene we're only boiling it because we aren't consuming it right now. We're also using heavy oil in other places, I think. Yeah. No. Heavy oil is not used anywhere else right now, actually. What can it be used in? Nothing. Cool. But we're using the kerosene because it's the only thing that can power this guy. So we need to produce it anyway. Plus, also, I don't really care about the efficiency to steam because we already have an abundance of steam. We actually have too much steam. We're venting it. Heavy oil zinc. Gotcha. Yep. Oh, I love all these like overlay icons now. That's super nice. They look. I love like the little shadows on them. Do you see that? Like those black outlines. That makes it really easy to see, actually. I like that a lot. Is a hotkey for UI scale? Yeah, I think it's Control, Numpad Plus, and Numpad Minus. But I don't have a numpad, so I set it to Control Plus and Minus because I use this all the time in mod development. And this is the normal UI scale. I actually have it turned up for you guys. You guys are spoiled. I would rather play it like with it right here because I get so much more space. But no, I have to stream. Okay, this should be good, right? Yeah, 0.38, 3.81 per second, and that should be enough to satisfy science demand. Yes. With a little bit of surplus. And it just needs water. Huh? But we are making sand. What gives? Am I crazy? Why is it not picking these up? It is. What gives? Oh, is there something with any rates that's going wrong here? Yes, there was. Oh gosh, is this actually okay? 3.3. Or did it mess up because rate calculator's not finished? No, we're good. So we actually need 3.2, and this is making 3.8, right? Or 3.3, okay. That's pretty much perfect. And we are bottlenecked on the sand, actually. Poor innocent man forced to stream and perform horrible atrocities for his fans. True! Also, why did I design this like this? This is dumb. We're changing this. Well, we're not getting rid of those. But we are changing this boy. This is gonna look so stupid. Are you ready for this? I love it. This is incredible. Isn't there a better sand recipe? Well, there is, but it requires things that aren't water. We looked at all of them. We have zinc grade 2, we have sand, which takes 20 soil but produces all these byproducts. And I don't want to deal with those right now. Whereas I could just take a little bit more power and just print it from water. I'm willing to do that. This looks so dumb. I love it. There we go. Byproducts one is the most productive, but this is just water. This is why This is like one of the few things in Pi I'm like, okay, I wish this was a little more complicated because this is just water. Water is literally free. Like, these don't even take electricity. Like, it's just water, just there's no reason to not use this recipe because this makes it 100% free. Well, I guess this is also the same, but the problem with this is it has all these byproducts, and I don't want to deal with them right now. You can use course fraction, course classification. Yeah, no, none of that. Stop. But yeah, if my production requires an egregious amount, then yes, I'll change it. But for now, we ain't. Because this is printing stone bricks out of no stone. There's no stone required. You just make stone bricks from water, basically. In fact, the only inputs are water and ash. Course fraction is very annoying to get. Yeah, maybe I'll change this later once we need course fraction, but hopefully by that point we'll have the new base, and I won't need this stupid base anymore. I'm getting sick of this base. This base is dumb. I distinctly remember we were going to use this space for the new mall. I guess not anymore. Whoops. Oh well. You're here by 100 hours, you'll be relying on this base to at least 500. Probably. But what I'm saying is by the time I need course fraction and any of its byproducts... oh, I don't need any of these. Cool. Like, we're gonna build the new base. As soon as we get... We're gonna make military science. But as soon as we get military science and logistic bots, we are stopping and we are building a new base. This base will basically just become a mall to feed the new base. And do some research in the meantime. Why do you need military? No, just for reasons. Look at all this stuff. Oh, stronger explosives too. That's why. For clearing trees. That's like the only reason I want it, actually. Colored tiles? Oh, is that also in military? Those poor robots. I'm subjecting them to cruel and unusual punishment. Just flying back and forth, never getting to charge. Wait, I have these automated. What am I doing? Nickel doesn't look connected? It's not. Thanks. Thank you. Wow, I missed a lot of power poles. Cool. Oh, 2 power poles. Three power poles. Okay, now I just need an entire belt of ash. Thank you for reverting the smart belt change. I can finally place belts again. You turn bricks back into stone. Ooh! I didn't even consider that. That's funny. So you can print stone out of water. That's awesome. Oh, and it's a correct ratio. So you just smelt stone into stone bricks, and then you transport it, and then you unsmelt it again. That's really funny. That's the wrong belt. I didn't add an input belt, did I? ERPS. 4.16. Thankfully, I have just enough space to do that. Cool, now it's done. People seem super divided. I think it was still needed to be done because it had bugs that weren't being fixed that were preventing us from releasing a new stable version. So in either case, it needed to be reverted. Whether or not it comes back is another story, but it needed to be reverted before we could release a new stable. You'll notice that pretty much immediately, we released a new stable version. Okay, so I think now we're suddenly going to be starving of ash. Because this is going to take a whole belt of it. How did you drag the undergroundy? What do you mean? I don't remember dragging an underground. Oh, where's that going? It's not going anywhere. Wait. CO2. Huh. I don't know. We're making CO2 on site pretty much everywhere, I think. Already out of undergrounds again. Looks like you moved the output of the underground. Oh, well, there is smart underground dragging, which works way better than smart belt dragging because I actually, like, put forethought into it. and had BOSKid tested to death before I merged it. And it's a lot less complicated as well. Talking about the bug where belts would disappear when you move back? Yes. Better because I made it. Unironically, yes, actually, in this case. Wait, nope, that was correct. Cool. Now we're still making it out of pitch wherever we can, but the primary output is, what was this? Scary, I don't know what that was. Primary output is from ash. Hey, Mechajide. We are about to finish the stream, actually, because I need to go. I need to finish packing and do some other stuff. So yeah, I said this at the very beginning of stream, but not many people were here. There's not going to be any streams for a week, at least, until Monday after next, because I'm going to be on a business trip. And I'm not going to try streaming from the office again, because it went pretty poorly last time. Just 1 week? Yes. But yeah, so Hot Air is still not finished researching. Oh, hey, it's going to be done pretty soon because we finally fixed the science packs. No, we'll wait for that to be done. It only has 4 minutes left. And as soon as that's done, this will kickstart. And then... Because the only reason this isn't working right now is because of... Oh, we don't have any molten salt. Okay, this isn't going to work anyway. Cool. Well, we gotta add molten salt to that. And then change those to the hot air recipes, redesign this trash, and we also need to check ash input levels. That's gonna be fairly important. Alright, so that is gonna be it for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, there will not be any more streams for a week. I promise I won't play Pyanodons without you guys, I mean. As much as I want to play Pi for 9 hours on the plane, I'm not going to. I might play something else, though. Thank you all for watching. We're going to wade. Who are we going to wade today? Hey, we're gonna raid Will. He's probably gonna be done pretty soon, but we're gonna wade him anyway because he's waded us a lot. Good boy. See you next week, or week after next.